Good evening, everybody. I hope you're all well. We are back again with another live show on the channel. It is the preview tomorrow for the game against Fulham in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup at St James's Park. It is just me the night, actually, as Mason is at the South Shields game. But come on, time to wake up and sort this absolute garbage out, is all I can say right now. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. If you enjoy the show, hit the thumbs up. It's important we get the like so people know where to find us. And please hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel. If you're not yet subscribed, and we enjoy what we really bring out for you, smash that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help me the channel grow. Hit the bell as well. It lets you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video is uploaded. Hit that bell to make sure you're up to date with the content you do not want to miss at all as well. Let's nip into comments that have come in quickly. Brian, good evening. I want to say a massive congratulations to you, Brian. As well on the birth of his on his newborn child today. So absolutely brilliant to hear. And again, all the best to you and the family as well, man. Absolutely massive congratulations. That Eddie's press conference had me even more pissed off. He's thrown plays under the bus. I'm telling you now, we all know how this ends. We'll be discussing that as well. Then he went on to say we've got momentum and defense is great. I mean, fuck me, what a banjo is he on glue? What's he watching that we're not? Good evening, Lee. Hope you're well. Trevor, good evening. I'm knackered. Just been on a 4-hour bus trip that was supposed to be an hour. Oh, God. Hope everyone else is doing better. Yeah, I'm very well. Thanks, Trev. Good evening, Queen of Heart. Hope you're well. And on Ramsey, he's absolute nonsense. Ugh. I mean, let's talk about the press conferences. And I've got to say, what the fuck was that? That just sounded like Eddie was in fucking denial there. It sounds like Eddie at the moment is in absolute denial. Particularly the one where Bruno Howe said what it is. And Eddie Howe comes out and says, well, I don't think it was a mess. What the fuck was he watching on Sunday? Because we know it was a fucking mess. Even our captain knows it was a fucking mess. How can he not come out and say that was a mess? Because if it wasn't a mess, we'd at least show some effort and had some good chances. What do we do? Absolutely jack shite. Oh, Trev, it's unbelievable is all I can say. It's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I'm just, I mean, this is a big game tomorrow for us. If we get dumped out the cup, I think, boy, oh boy, it could get very hostile and very toxic indeed. And it wouldn't surprise me if the fans start turning on Eddie next. Because, my God, if we go out the cup, which is what we won last year, and we go out, there's going to be no hope for us. I mean, there isn't. There's no way we win the FA Cup. I mean, Bournemouth, our record against them is absolutely garbage for starters. Our league form, don't get me started. And the Champions League was slightly just, my God. It was a mess to Eddie because he set up to a 0-0 and an only own goal. This has been said as well. He did set up for a 0-0 draw in that game. Absolutely did. Welcome to Eddie Howe's walking in a foggy wonderland. Indeed it is. Oh, God, man. But that's this press conference. That's not made a lot of fans confident now going in tomorrow. It really, really hasn't at this rate. If he's coming out and saying things like that, then that is very, very concerning. It really is. And it's Fulham. The form is quite up and down is all I can say, but they made it difficult for us at times when we won 2-1 there. I always want to win, but if we go out, it is a surprise. We'll sit back and go into a 4-5-1 formation. I just want to see something different. This 4-3-3 is boring, it's predictable, and teams are just working us out from it now. It's not the same now. If he tries a new formation, and okay, if it didn't work, but okay, at least to say, we'll give it a shot. But it's this 4-3-3 now. Eddie is stick with it. He's glued with it, and he will not change it. Even when we're bringing on substitutions, it's still the same freaking formation. He says we are evolving. Evolving into exactly. We are evolving into a pile of shit at this rate. How are we evolving? There's no way we're evolving. We're 12th in the table. Our Champions League form is just slightly. It's starting to hang by a thread at this rate. Yes, we're in the Carabao Cup, but as I said, boy, oh boy, if we get knocked out tomorrow, then yeah. Imagine if this derby game was at home. Yeah, exactly. Imagine if the game on Sunday was at home. It's just, Jesus wept. Did you expect it to ensure confidence after the derby? My partner must have been seeing similar presses and tactics. Anyone want change? Where does it happen if he does not? It's just... I know there's a lot of people have now swung to Eddie Howe out now. My mind is still not made up at the moment, but I think it's starting to... all I can say is I think it's going to start drifting towards that's it now. And a lot of other people have now turned and said enough's enough with Eddie. I mean, Paul and Billy from TTR, they've said enough's enough now as well. I was watching Evermore yesterday, and Chris has said he's had enough as well. And I can't blame them for saying it. I can totally understand where they're coming from. And the press conferences day, it's just been absolutely laughable. Mason's at the South Shields game tonight, which is just me tonight. So the fact we said we've got 2 games to sort out, see for real who's exactly. Queen of Hearts been Eddie out since the end of last season. Wow. And the fact is, we don't look like challenging for any trophy this season. There's no way. We're miles away from winning the Premier League. The FA Cup, we nearly do shite in that tournament a lot of the time anyway. And the Carabao Cup, even though we won it last year, but if we do go through, you can guarantee it's going to be either possibly Chelsea, Arsenal, or Manchester City at this rate. You can guarantee it'll be one of them. And it'll be in two legs. So we'll be playing away in one of those games. You can guarantee if we do get through, we'll be drawn against one of them teams. It'll happen. Chalky, good evening. Hope all is good. If we get beat tomorrow, nothing will happen to Eddie. I mean, the fans will make their feelings clear, because what we're seeing right now is it's just horrendous. That's now 3 times this season we've conceded a minute in the second half, which I'm getting... exactly. It's just, what the hell are we doing? It's born football. It is, Brian. It is. Even if we win tomorrow, we'll get knocked out away. Exactly. Our away form's absolutely dire for starters. We only won one game in the Premier... one away game in the Premier League this season. One away win in the Champions League this season as well. And that's it. And that's it. And this is another stat I'm going to bring up here as well. Right. Throughout the whole of 2025, right. And this is including Premier League games only, away from home. So I'm not including the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League. Right. Premier League games away from home. Out the whole of 2025... we've only won 5 away games in the whole of 2025. We're now about to come to the end of 2025 now, and we've only won 5 away games in the Premier League in 2025 away from home. That's absolutely not good enough. It isn't. So that's Spurs, Southampton, West Ham, Leicester, Everton. Too many patterns of play, which opposition just love to tear us apart in defence and in midfield. Even subs, they don't. They absolutely don't. And Eddie, when it's not going right in the first half, he just won't fucking change it. When you know it's crystal clear and fans can see it with their own 2 eyes, and it needs to be changed. But Eddie just has got his blinkers on. He's got his head buried in the sand. Just to say there's nothing at all wrong when we know that, well, it is. The late lineup will be interesting tomorrow, and I do not want to see Alanga, Gordon in that start lineup tomorrow. Tonali's another one I think I'll be bringing out at the moment. There's something not right with Sandro at the moment as well. There just isn't. There really, really isn't. The fullbacks are going to be the same because we've got no choice at the moment. Centre-backs, of course, we know Burn's going to be out for quite some time now. But again, that really still annoys me as well. The fact that Burn was being allowed to continue for a little longer when he should have been brought off straight away. Our medical staff deserve to be shot with shite for that. Exactly. You've just nailed on centre there. Yep, and it's December now, and we still haven't played any of the so-called Big Six away yet. We'll get tonked starting on Boxing Day. Man United, we know we criticise of how shite they've been. But do you know what? I was watching that. I was catching up on the highlights of that Man United Bournemouth game. It was a good game. But look how Bournemouth don't lose their heads. Look at the fall behind, then they're winning, and then the game's back drawn. And then Man United go back in front, and then Bournemouth get level again. So you see, look at some of these teams that aren't dropping their heads. When you look at us, we are dropping our heads massively. Leopards and spots, Peter, absolutely. He won't change. He probably won't. And again, if we same up the same old drivel tomorrow night, fans are going to start in, and there'll not be no chanting of Eddie Howe's Black and White Army. I'll be very surprised if some of that is going to be chanted at home tomorrow night. Because if a lot of fans are getting sick of this now, what does that tell you? Would you start Alex Murphy over Lewis Hall tomorrow? Obviously, Hall and Tino playing a lot of games, recently coming back from injuries. I think what they kind of do in a way, but there's no cover. But Eddie, will he touch any of the academy players or the youngsters? Well, hell. That's his problem. He'll not give. And you see, Fulham are going to be without some players tomorrow. They've got players on African Cup of Nations. They've got some injuries as well. I would like Areola, what a manager he is. He's doing well with that Bournemouth team as well. And again, look how he made sure that his team didn't let the heads drop in that Man United game, particularly when they were going behind. He managed to get his team back into that game. Happy clappers. Will Peter do anything to lick arse? I'm fucking fed up with them. I really am. It probably will be them that'll start chanting that. I'm not going to be bothered chanting it. And again, even if we win tomorrow, it's not going to change a lot of people's minds. It really won't. The people will still be, that one game doesn't do it for me. It's got to be quite a big run. Not just one or two games and then we drop our heads and go to bit and then it's back to square one after that. No chance. How long injuries before takes a toll and we echo the season of 11 players out? Oh, God, exactly. So, yeah. But why not just try something a little bit different in terms of a formation and see what it can do? Maybe I want to see, it's time Jacob Ramsey gets some minutes into him. I mean, that really pissed me off as well when Eddie threw on Willock ahead of Ramsey in the derby as well. I know Ramsey didn't have the best of games in the game against Burnley, to be fair, but I think this is just down to a lack of minutes. I think Ramsey is a very, very good, talented player, but he's not going to develop if you don't give him the game time. And that's why I want to see Ramsey in that starting lineup tomorrow. Put him in there. I would absolutely 100% put him in there tomorrow. Murphy, I think I'll be bringing in as well. Barnes, as I said, will be coming in. And I think it's time to give Wissa his starting opportunity now. I think Big Nick, I know he had a stinking game as well. But that's another player who was getting run into the ground as well. He looks knackered as well. So give Big Nick that big rest now. Get Visser in the start lineup. And there you are. Absolutely not. I remember I remember after we beat Burnley, a lot of people said, Newcastle, we're back. You're not fooling me. Look what happened. Exactly, Brian. We beat Burnley. But what happened? We threw it away at Leverkusen, got a point, and my God, that derby as well was just absolutely. Well, you know what the derby was like. It was an absolute farce. So there you go. So, as I said, bit of a tweak in a formation we'll try. I've said possibly like a 4-2-3-1 formation. Maybe have someone just behind the striker, whoever is playing up top there. I don't think that would be too bad. That at least the striker's got a bit of a support, because so far, Big Nick gets starved of service, and at times, Wissa was starved of service as well on Sunday. St. James's Park isn't the biggest pitch. No, we know it isn't. Eddie was asked this morning about playing Jacob Rapier right back. No, absolutely not. He'll start Gary Mexon, a.k.a. Elanga, tomorrow. If Elanga starts tomorrow, I will be fuming, because that performance I saw that on Saturday does not deserve to be starting in the next game. Absolutely no way. How he couldn't control the ball properly. He was running out of play. He couldn't even pass to a Newcastle player. Oh, it was just absolutely mind-boggling how Elanga lasted the minutes he did. Just needs something for Lamar. I felt so bad for him, because it's not really his fault. I know he had one of his baddest games, to be fair, and he was getting hammered for it. But again, when you don't give the lad service, you don't play to his strengths. And a lot have been saying this now. I don't think the 4-3-3 formation works to his strengths. When he plays for Germany, they go with like a 4-2-3-1, which means they will give him the service. He's got someone just behind him as well. And that's why he's probably getting the goals for Germany a lot more at the moment. But again, I don't think the 4-3-3 suits his formation, suits his style now. And again, Eddie should be looking at that and thinking, I should be looking to change to play someone to play up to get the best out of being able to play to his strengths. And we're not doing that. We're just really, really not. Hey, good evening, Andrew. Hope you're keeping well. But yeah, the 4-3-3, it's predictable now. It's boring. It's stale now, and it needs we need to start eradicating it now. We really, really do. And again, because if you keep playing the same formation when you know it's not working, it's not going to get any better. That is the problem. It really, really isn't. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're keeping well. Right, and so we look at Fulham's players that are missing. Of course, 3 players have now gone off onto the African Cup of Nations. So that is Alex Iwobi, Samuel Chukwueze, and of course, Calvin Bassey has also gone to the African Cup of Nations as well. So there's 3 Fulham players who are missing because of African Cup of Nations, but they've also got a couple of players out injured as well. So we'll have got some players out injured. Ryan Sessegnon is going to be missing for them. Rodrigo Muniz is going to be missing for them as well. And also, I think they're also going to be out with Antoine Robinson as well. I think that's a player that they might be without as well. Yep. Because Sessegnon's been having to play a left back because of Antoine Robinson's injury. So so it looks like But now with both of those, just to give us that slight opportunity a little bit, possibly maybe. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're keeping well. Of course, we're still without Trippier, still no Emil Kraft. Botman, what the hell's happened on Botman now? Because again, I thought a lot of people think that this injection he was supposed to get was not going to make him out for very long, but now we don't even know when he's going to be back. Oh, hey, man, you just couldn't make it up, man. You just couldn't make it up. You really, really couldn't, could you? Oh, hey. Oh, hey, man. Good evening, Kaylee. Hope you're keeping well as well. But that press conference is... As I said, it sounds like Eddie now is in absolute denial now. It really is. And people are fed up and sick now. And I don't buy into this now. Oh, but Eddie's won us a trophy. Look at where he's got with the past couple of seasons. Yeah, but that was then. This is not those seasons anymore. Those seasons are gone. This is this season. And right now, we are just absolutely falling off a cliff. There you go. You've got to look at the current season now, not last season, not the season before that, or the season before that. You've got to look at now the current season we are in. And exactly. I have 10 bottles of brown ale. Oh, God, Trev. He can't stay. He needs to go and take Tyndall with him. But what's Tyndall doing as well? Is he not out there? Should be trying to help out as well. Oh, God. Absolutely. Yeah. Good evening, Kezzy. Hope you're keeping well as well. Look, this season. Oh, I'm dreading it. This could well and truly be a scrappy game tomorrow. It really, really could be. Of course, we know what the Carabao Cup means, but yeah, as how we've been playing of late is just, yeah. It's just, oh, hey, you're thinking what? You don't know what could happen in this game tomorrow. But yeah. But as I said, if this doesn't go well tomorrow, it wouldn't surprise me if the fans start turning on Eddie now. How out, Tyndall out, the missing set piece coach can go as well before it costs our star players. Exactly. It's a good point there, Trev. What was this set piece coach supposed to do? Has it made any better? I don't think so. I mean, the set pieces were pathetic on Sunday as well. I'm sorry, guys, you are going through it. I know how it feels like when Sean Dyche was manager. Says Kezzy. Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine. I can't remember if she was or not, but I kind of be arsed with her as well. She's just a waste of space here, to be honest with the question she comes out with and says, what did you have for breakfast this morning, Eddie? What's for your tea the night? As well, what's your tea before? What you having before the game and all of that? What you having after the game and things like that? I can't be arsed with her anymore. I've totally given up with her, Louise. I really, really have. I can't stand her at all. She shouldn't be anywhere near press conferences. Absolutely not. Make Trippier a set-piece coach. Exact good point, Julie. If Trippier decides to not stay on as a player, I'll make him, bring him on the coach. Something like that would be good. I think it really would be. Plus, he might still have that leadership with us as well. But let me know what the lineup is going to be tomorrow, guys. Do you see any changes made? I think there will be. I think there has to be, obviously, as well. Can you see the likes of Wissa starting tomorrow? I think this might be the opportunity. Wissa gets a starting opportunity. I really do. And I said Ramsey should be coming in for this game as well. Barnes is another player I think we need to bring in. Anthony Gunn should not be anywhere near that starting 11. And after seeing Alanga's performance, he should not be anywhere near that starting 11 as well. When Keys Louise will have to be too excited after all. She is a filthy. Well, there you go. Didn't she talk about spaceships? Oh, God, yeah. Even player manager, good point. It wouldn't be surprised if Trippier goes into that at some point. if he retires as a footballer. Intelligent questions will be far better challenging Eddie's tactics. Strategies are better than asking in his breakfast press conference, which if he doesn't turn it around, will be saving on a P45. Yeah, I think that's a good one, Trev, tomorrow. But I think it's time just to start looking at a different formation. I really do. See if you could have possibly like Ramsey just behind the striker. I'm sure Ramsey can play. I'm sure Ramsey has played in the central attacking midfielder for Aston Villa some night. Maybe just have him in front of the two other centre midfielders. Something like that, like a 4-2-3-1 formation. Something like that. Why wasn't she beat up with one? Whatever happened to the Elanga at Forest? Well, Nuno played a formation that did work, but it's not working. Again, it's not working with ours. It really, really isn't. But again, a lot of people that says that Ten Hag got moved Elanga on for a reason because he didn't think he was good enough for Manchester United as well. I like to think changes will be made, but no, Eddie, it'll be rinse and repeat. It wouldn't surprise me in a way, but I'm going to go with a lineup of probably I like to see most, the one I think Eddie should go with. And again, one of them I just like to see a bit of a tweak, particularly formation-wise, just try something different. Or even if you bring in substitution, just tweak it around. But when you just play the same week in, week out, and it's just the same old, then there you go. Good managers have more than one setup. They do. They absolutely do. That's why top managers. What does Pep do? Managers like them. Which is why, look at how Man City are getting it right now, aren't they? Look at the way they're playing. They're grinding back out results then, aren't they? So, there you go. Keep hitting the thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Thank you. Cheers, Queen of Heart. Really appreciate that. Elanga could reunite with Nuno at West Ham with Paquetá coming the other way. Hey, Julie, you like... I know I'm absolutely a massive fan of Paquetá. I know you're desperate for him to come to Newcastle. I can really, really tell. Maybe that could be... I think possibly... We could be looking in the January for another centre midfielder. I think Willock should be going, in my opinion. Are we now going to have to look for a new centre back since Burns out injured? I mean, will Botman be back soon? But can you see the likes? But there's also players like Lascelles that should be going out the door as well. Left back, we need some cover for Hall as well. So, yeah. Good idea, though. Yeah, we know Julie likes Paquetá. We know she does. Managers evolve. Peak could be difficult if Howe's got stuck. It's like Eddie Howe is just glued to one formation. Yes, we've had a few games with 5 at the back, and my God, how bad they've been. But it's the 4-3-3. Pretty much, he's always glued to it, and he won't change it. He won't try a new formation, and he won't tweak it with substitutions. That Paquetá sending off really was highly yeah. Even Kelly said you have Paquetá as well. I do. Just think he's the player we need. I see how well he played with Bruno at Lyon, and I think this will be excellent for the two. Well, we'll just wait and see what happens. And just wait and see what happens is all I can say. So, yeah. But let's look at Fulham's latest form lately. So, right. So, Fulham, we know it's a Carabao Cup game, but they are sitting 14th in the Premier League table. So, the last 6 games, the last few games they've played, it looks like they've won 3 games and lost 6 games. So, yeah, their form's a bit, yeah, is all I can say. Even Trev said he would have Paquetá as well. Yeah, John says I would have that, Julie. It wouldn't surprise me if Bruno says it's either me or Eddie Howe goes. I mean, Bruno's just being honest with what he's seen. And what he saw on the game on Sunday, he thought that was unacceptable. So there you go. Kezi says Everton can take Paquetá and Richarlison. You guys can keep Alanga. Oh, Pete, I've seen some absolute shite in Newcastle United. I've lived through the crazy gang gravy train era. Langa has to be up there with them. We've had some absolute stinkers, Brian. Who else we've had? But yeah, Obertan, there you go. There's one I'm going to pick out immediately. He was honking him like. So there you go. But let us know what you think the lineup will be tomorrow, guys. Get it in the chat as well. At least said Kezi, you could take Gorn back at this rate. Charvey, well, yeah. Beep beep the Roadrunner. Tell me what is good about this season, Ian. None of it. None really. Even though we're still in the cups, but still, this season's been shocking. It's been absolutely shocking. I'm one of the few that likes Richarlison. Is just, he's a very frustrating player, is all I can say. There have been talks about having him back as we're desperate for a striker. I wouldn't have him back. Oh, Kezi, I've got to say, that Barry that you've got, my God. I think they should be looking at talks of getting rid of him straight away because he looks, poor, hey. In the 80s, Peter was bad. I've seen Robert miss. Oh, well, that's before my time, Brian. So, but yeah. But let us know what you think the lineup will be tomorrow, guys. So get it in the chat and get your score predictions in as well. Of course, I will be doing mine when we wrap up the end of the show as well. So, and yeah, how he is feeling for tomorrow. I think a lot of people are going to be a little bit, the nerves are going to start to come in again. Of course, we've lost the derby and people are not feeling very confident, but yeah. Well, that's a good point you've made there, Kezi, because that Barry just looks, as he is a young'un, so I suppose he's still got time to develop, but just what I've seen of him as of late is just poor, hey. Yes, I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll be there. We'll be 4-3. It's probably going to be. Kelly's going for a 2-0 loss. Yes, to Grealish and Kane. And, oh, yeah. Good players then. This is Trev's team, so he's going with Ramsdale, Tino Sher, Chow Hall, Ramsey, Miley, Bruno, Bonds, Wissa Murphy. I think that is a very good lineup. But maybe just with a tweak of a formation, as I've kept saying it. Maybe someone like Ramsey just behind the striker. And just sit in front of the other two in centre midfield. So we will win. But even if we're winning, it is paving over the cracks still. Because we'll win a couple of games and it's back to square one. It's as simple as that. It's as absolutely simple as that. Ian's goal, I'm going 1-1 and out on penalties. Again, Ian, what's your situation on Eddie out? Because I'm not sure if I've heard yours yet. Are you fed up with Eddie at the moment? Is it you've said enough's enough? Jay's gone Ramsdale, Tino Shea, Chow Hall, J7, Bruno Tonali, Murphy, Wissa, Gordon. If it's not Gordon, Bonds, it has to go with Bonds. You can't keep playing a player who only turns up when he wants to. Again, Anthony Gordon. I just thought, I couldn't believe how stupid it was. I was thinking to say, maybe Gordon has gone back to the goal we should be saying, but how wrong was I? Because that was just absolutely, just again, a player that looks like he doesn't care. Another awful player we had, Glenn Hodge. He came, he saw, and he went. I bet you'd struggle to get him out with Ladbrokes. Oh God. Ian's had enough now. Again, I totally understand, Ian. and see where people are coming from, that they said enough's enough with Eddie. As I've said, I've been watching other channels now as well, and they've said, that's it, done, time's done. Krupp draws after the match tomorrow. Is it? I'm not sure, is it? Because I think Arsenal I don't think they're playing till next week, I think, but there could be. It could be after the draw, because I just know Arsenal don't play till next week, I believe. We'll win 3-0, but it'll feel flat as Sunday. That's it. Sunday still hurts. It really still hurts. And it's the manner we went into that game. That's what hurts the most. It's the way we went in and just did not look like we were arsed. Good evening, Martin. Hope you're well. Barnes has to start over Gorn. Gorn's not the same since he got that bigger contract and that electric Humvee. Exactly wacky. Out, says Martin. Can anyone explain why Murphy can pinpoint a 60-yard cross perfectly but can't pass for? Murphy is a very inconsistent player as well at times. But I thought he did try when he came. But again, it's consistency again. And again, you don't always get that with Murphy. You really don't. And again, going back to Rolanga, I thought maybe Everton in the Burnley game. Again, are we finally getting the player that we paid the money for? But again, how wrong was I? Because, my God, what I saw on Sunday was just, hey. What we should start with: Tino, Ramsdale, Chow, Hall, Miley, Ramsey, Bruno, Murphy, Wissa, Barnes, but the village idiot won't. Again, that's a lineup I think I'd agree there, John. Again, I'm going to get into that in a moment. Coffee, I know you've been Eddie out now. I was on the fence many times, give him time, etc. But I said if we lose the derby, then I'm 100% Eddie out. I've lost patience with him. Again, I don't blame you, Coffee. I am definitely 1-1, but my prediction in ages ago, and everyone knows my feelings on Eddie Howe's shite management. Well, you do now, exactly. Good evening, David. Hope you're well. I've been watching the Cardiff game with family as they're all the Bluebirds. That game's playing now, isn't it? Chelsea, Cardiff City, Chelsea. It's 0-0 in the game still. It's a few minutes away from a stoppage time, so... What's Graham Jones and Tyndall saying? That's what I like to know as well, because they're not. It sounds like they're just... What are they doing? Murphy knew what Sunday meant more than Alanga. Yep. Tyndall usually does with Eddie does. Yep. Good point. The one thing most obvious this season, we've been so boring to watch every single week. Piss poor football. What has happened to NUFC from 2022 to 2024? Exactly, David. Oh, yeah, I forgot that massive... I know what you're referring to there, Wacky. John's been Eddie out for a month now. Some have been Eddie out for longer than that as well. Another player with Kevin Dillon, I put a quid on every week to score. Then left Newcastle, signed for Reading on his debut. He never scored. I never forgive him. Wow. Again, before my time, Brian, is all I can say. Okay, then right, I'm going to go into the predicted lineup for what I think we should be looking to go with. So here we go. Eddie would be a great manager. Well, a lot of us, well, you can see a lot of us fans now, Kessie, are thinking that the time's now done. But again, what would his tactics be like in England with because they're not simply working at us, so what they're going to be like with England right now. But has he still got that England job on his mind? Maybe. And that is a good point. England are just as boring as Eddie. A lot of football fans want Eddie Howe as England manager. I think that's why he doesn't get too bashed by the media. Good point. PD from last year, apart from the Cup, there's been a handful of good games. Time to change the top of the club. No training ground, no new ground, no advertisement of assets. Missed out. Good, absolutely, Ian. Totally. Where's our training kit sponsor? Our training ground sponsor? Possibly a stadium sponsor? Yeah, Peter Silverstone. Where was that? Oh, yeah, that's just that lost your job, didn't it? On Botman and his injection in spine, I've had those you get relief for 3 or 4 weeks, and that normally takes 2 weeks for it to start working as well. God. Well, there you are. Anyway, time to go for the predicted lineup. Right, obviously, it's going to be Ramsdale in goal. This talk Pope could possibly come back. But we'll wait and see. We shall just wait and see. But I think Ramsdale will continue in goal for this game. Obviously, right back's going to be Tino Livramento. Of course, we're still without Trippier. We're still without Emil Kraft. Again, Tino could do with a little bit of a rest, but he's going to have to play, unfortunately, because again, we've got no one there. Eddie won't be a good manager anyway. I still remember the defeat to Bournemouth last season. See that one? We just got absolutely picked apart. Oh, yes, Queen. I don't think Noel. I can see where you're coming from with that, but I think he needs to drop because he needs a rest now. He's just knackered. Okay, first centre back is going to be Malik Chow, obviously, as well. Yep, Malik Chow's going to start. Oh, he's been fantastic, though, hasn't he? He really, really has. Of course, alongside him will be Fabian Schär, because Burn's going to be missing for quite some time now. So Fabian Schär is going to come in at centre-back this game. And left-back is going to be Lewis Hall. But again, another player you feel like you do with a bit of a rest. But again, we've got no one there. And of course, Eddie Howe will not give Alex Murphy a chance. He just won't. Prediction of lineup, shite. Okay, right. Midfield now. I will start with Bruno. And yeah, I think Bruno should come in for this game. Very honesty. I still like Bruno's honesty with what he said. He said it perfectly. And that's why a lot of fans love him at this football club, because of his honesty, what he's coming out with, and he'll certainly not hold back. And that's how it should be with the captain. Bruno is certainly not holding back at all. He knows that if it's bad, it is bad. Mason is at the South Shields game tonight, so it is just me tonight. So there you go. Okay, then, right. Next one, I'll go with Lewis Miley. I didn't have the best games, but I still see something. I think Miley's still been exceptional for me. Miley is a player that's really starting to develop for me. So there is more to come from Miley. There is. There really, really is. So that's why I'm happy to keep Lewis Miley in. There's something not right with Tonali at the moment. Oh, it looks like Mason is coming in, possibly, because it looks like it's half-time at Shields. Hey, there he is.
I want to put myself on mute there because I don't want to get you going for copyright with the music.
Again in the Shields game.
2-1.
2-1 to Shields.
Aye.
Oh, well then. I mean, I'll get your quick thoughts, Mason, before how are you feeling for tomorrow, Mason?
Bit down, to be honest. Not confident.
Oh, you're not feeling that confident?
Nah, the Fulham's 4-1 our lot. I mean, Paddy Wilson's on fucking 5 minutes.
Well, that's one threat I see for Fulham. I really do.
You'll batter us tomorrow.
Anyway, I'll not keep you long, Mason, because I know you're still at the game.
I'll stay until they come out.
Is it half time now? Is it?
It's half time.
Well, what are you going for a first score prediction tomorrow?
3-1 Fulham.
Oh, really? You think our Carabao Cup journey comes to an end?
I think we'll get back in the morning.
Oh, wow. You're certainly not confident at all.
You can't say a positive thing about the money.
Well,
All Saturday. That's why I went with 3-1 Fulham the money, because what's set up positive with anything in the minute? No. Fulham on home with these shaking out. I mean, how it is. I'm sorry for being this upbeat at the minute. What's that positive to talk about? No, nothing.
Well, Kessie saying, could Bruno be dropped to his comments? I think Bruno's just being honest. I'm hoping not.
If he does, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed off Howe even more than the mod because Eddie Howe's speaking the truth. I mean, I'm sorry, Bruno's speaking the truth.
He was speaking the truth perfectly.
And Eddie Howe doesn't like it.
Well, I've gone through part of the lineup at the moment. So what I've gone with Ramsdale, I've gone with Tino, I've gone with Chow, I've gone with Shea, I've gone with Hall, and I've got so far gone with Bruno and Lewis Miley. Would you have them in the starting lineup so far?
Yeah.
Bet the players turn up tomorrow and then play half-fasted weekend v Cheatski. Oh, God. Right, the next player I'm going to go with, and that is Jacob Ramsey. But maybe just try Ramsey just like in the middle as a bit of a number 10 player. And because he's in a central attacker midfielder, Ramsey. He can play there. So why not try that in just of the other, in front of like the likes of Bruno and Miley, and have him just behind the striker, whoever plays up there.
That's what you need to do for the runner.
Yeah. I've not heard anything on that, to be honest. So, but it sounded Eddie was just trying to spin away and try to, as if to try that Bruno was lying with what he was saying.
You know what it is. It's, players are coming out and saying stuff like this because you know something isn't going like something isn't right behind the scenes, but we don't know.
There isn't. We know there isn't. There isn't.
It needs to be said because it's starting to piss a lot of people off, including myself.
Yeah, exactly. It's mind-boggling. It really is. Robert says, could be worse. Dumbarton 0, Inverness 7, and it's only half-time. God. Bruno wants to tell him to fuck off if true. Bruno, do you think, I've said this in the beginning, do you think Eddie, with that press conference, he's in a bit of a, he's in denial there?
He knows he's under pressure.
Exactly. I think Eddie's shit's scared of the fans turning against him. Well, sorry, if it doesn't go well tomorrow.
It's going to happen tomorrow if we don't get a positive result. And I don't think we are going to get a positive result tomorrow.
The fact is, Mason, if we do get through, you can guarantee it's going to be either Chelsea, Man City, or probably Arsenal drawn in the semi-finals.
Chelsea wouldn't.
No. It's 0-0 at the moment, but you can guarantee we'll get one of them. You can bet your eye on we'll get one of them.
Because the players are starting to come back out.
All right, no worries, Mason. I'll let you get back to the game. See you, man, round. Take care. So that was Mason coming in for a little bit, and he's not feeling very confident for tomorrow. I think he's still pissed off with the derby on Sunday, which will have a right to be as well. Let's see how the fans react, because sooner or later, Howe will have to face the fans. Exactly, he'll have to. He must be knee-deep in shit. Puh. I think most of the fans have already. Yeah, I think they have. So we'll wait and see. Right, the attacking three now. So on the right-hand side, I'm going to go with Jacob Murphy. I think Elanga needs to come out after that absolutely dog-shite performance on Sunday. And on the left, I'm going to bring in Harvey Barnes. But Harvey Barnes must have been so infuriated he did not start that game, because you can guarantee he would have put a much better performance than what Gordon was putting in on Sunday. And I said, if Harvey Barnes isn't playing well, he still gives it. He still tries out there. Gordon, on the other hand, it's when he doesn't play well, he sulks. It's like he doesn't care, he doesn't want to know, he doesn't want to be there. And I said, if a decent offer comes in for Gordon, I'll be happy. And if it's a good offer, I'd snap the hands off and say, there you go, you can have him. Because a lot of fans are getting infuriated now that he just doesn't want to be here anymore. And I'm thinking the same, that Gordon just doesn't want to be here at the Toon anymore. So, as I mentioned, left-hand side, Harvey Barnes. Right up through the middle, I am going to go with Johan Visser for this game. I think it's time to give Big Nick a rest. I think he looks gassed out as well. But all I want to see, if Wissa is starting tomorrow, give him that service. Just give him that service and see what he can do. So I'll run through the lineup with what I've gone with. So in goal, I've gone with Aaron Ramsdale. I think that's still an easy decision. So back four, I've gone with Tino Livramento, Malik Chow, Fabian Schär, Lewis Hall. Right, I've gone with Lewis Smiley, Bruno, and I said I want to try see possibly Ramsey just further up the pitch. Is like a central attacking midfielder, just to sit in front of the other two behind the striker. And on the right-hand side, I've gone with Jacob Murphy. On the left, I've gone with Harvey Bonds, and I've gone with Johan Wissa through the middle. Will he go with that? Let us know. Me too. Pete can go with Alanga. Gordon is above himself. He thinks he's great. In reality, Bonds, exactly. Bonds as well. And see, Bonds is joint top goal scorer of ours as well. How about Ramsey on the wing? He can't play on the wing as well, but I'd maybe just try him a bit further forward, possibly, because I'm sure he's played as like a bit like a central attacking midfielder for Villa. I'm sure he has. Want Bonds 100%? Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a good point, Ian. But I'm too hard to tell. But his performances as of late are very concerning, and they're certainly not what they have been. They really haven't. Because Bayer Leverkusen, he was poor in that, and in the derby on Sunday, he was very poor in that game as well. A lot of people say he's still overcoming from an illness. Has he had a really bad illness and he's still suffering the effects from it? I don't know. It's too odd. I don't know. I really don't know. Gordon isn't even our second best winger. He's our third. Tonali's due to be a dad soon. Is that the reason his head's on the game? It can't be to that. Shaddy's will still be... Well, I'm pretty sure Bruno, a couple of years ago, he was... Bruno was on the verge of becoming a dad, and he still put the performances in. And then, after the birth of his child, he went straight to the Spurs game. I think Tonali is struggling with a knock from a previous game as remnants of that cup. But again, if he's feeling like that, why is he playing? I think all our good players are, Ian, playing defensive when they want and are used to attack. Every player is different. Well, exactly. That is true. That is true. So there you are. Well, then, should we get the score? We're going to get the score prediction in. As I said, I don't think it's going to be another great game. I really don't. Julie thinks Tonali, a lot of people have been saying that Tonali, has he had COVID? It's hard to tell, isn't it? I don't know where Brian's gone. He might still be in the chat, but I think it's going to be a poor game, but we might just have enough to scrape through. But again, even if it's one game, I don't think it's going to change anyone's mind at the moment. But this is what I'm going with for tomorrow. So I'm going with Newcastle to win just by 1-0 tomorrow. So yeah, as I said, I'm not feeling that very awful, but just that will just get the job done, possibly. I think because we are at home as well. We have been winning games at home as well. And yeah. But I've just gone for a scrappy 1-0 win. And I'm going to see if Wissa will get the goal. So I'm going to bag Wissa to get his first goal for the club tomorrow. Again, if you haven't got your score prediction in, get it down in the chat, guys, and let us know how you are feeling for tomorrow. Are you feeling hopeful we will get the job done tomorrow? Or do you think that's it? We'll be out the cup tomorrow. And our season's just going more pear-shaped even further. But yeah, if we do go through, great. Semi-final, 2 games away from Wembley again. But again, what if we come up with someone like, it could be Chelsea, it could be Arsenal, it could be Manchester City. And one of the games will be away because semi-final is over 2 legs. So that means there'll be one of those games we'll have to play away. Can you see Cardiff getting through against Chelsea? Can't highly doubt it. Do you see Brentford get? But what happened against Brentford away? Even if we'd drawn them, look what happened to Brentford. What happened to Brentford away? Well, the last 2 visits we went to Brentford. There you go. John's going for 2-0 win with Murphy and Vissard, but just Williams going 2-1 Newcastle. 2-1 Toon is a must, says Ian. Yeah. Job will get done tomorrow 5-0. Trev's feeling very hopeful. I'm very surprised there, Trev. Kessie is going to Newcastle to win on penalties. See, penalties are very scary as well. We should be looking to go to penalties? Not really. We're at home. We should be job should be getting done in 90 minutes. But we'll wait and see. I think Tool will win this one as it's the cup. Well, it is the cup. The 2 semi-finals we have had in the last few years against Southampton and Arsenal have been my favourite games since the takeover, apart from the cup win. They've been good games. Well, Arsenal, look what we did to them in both legs. Southampton, I know. Yeah, we did. I thought it was comfortable wins, even though we didn't win by an awful lot. We just won by a clear goal in both the games. So I think we win 3-1, but I don't want to see any over-the-top celebrations. The OS 10 wins on the bounce. I totally agree with that, David. So, yeah, even if we win 1-0 tomorrow, I don't think it'll change the stance in regards to Eddie Howe, whether people want him, still want him out and everything, because, again, one game isn't enough. You need to go on a big, big run here for the fans to change their minds in all of that. So, well, let's see. It's over to the boys tomorrow to get it done. They'll make it up to us if we thrash Sunderland 8-0 on our turf. There you go. That game probably can't come quick enough as well. So we could hopefully try and get revenge on them as well. So they are. But yeah, I've gone with us just to win by a goal to 0. I don't think it's going to be a really an enjoyable game to watch as well. Of course, Fulham are missing some players as well. They are. Because they've got, as I said, they've got some players on international duty as well. And they've got a few injuries as well. So, well, Julie's going 3-0. So, Julie's feeling the optimism as well. So, Ian says, I'm sick of this season so far. Get it over with, new manager, and move on. I can, again, totally see where you're coming from, Ian. I really, really do. As well. But if we head out of the Carabao Cup tomorrow, boy, oh boy, it could turn absolutely hostile. It really, really could. So, let's see what happens. Harry Wilson is the key man to watch. He's doing well. That is one of the danger men to see. And Jimenez can pop up with the goal still when he can as well. So nighttime at St. James's, the fans will see us through a repeat of Sunday, and then he won't like it. Exactly, he won't. Bassi going to the African, he's not there. So the players, as I mentioned, that have gone to the African Cup of Nations. So Calvin Bassi is one of them. The other one is Alex Iwobi, and the other one is Samuel Chukwueze. So those are the 3 that have gone in international to the African Cup of Nations. And in the injury wise, they are missing Ryan Sessegnon, Rodrigo Muniz, and Antonio Robinson. So there's 3 players. There's 3 players I've looked at who they are definitely without for tomorrow as well. But not how the way we played early. If we won the League Cup again and Champions League football. But the fact is, when we lose the derbies, we're never here at the end of them. That's the problem. Queen of Archers said, that is swearing, but we want to stop beating Sunderland. We haven't beaten Sunderland in the Premier League for a while. Do you know the last time we beat Sunderland in the Premier League? 2011. That's 14 years ago. Yes, we beat them in the FA Cup, but still, the last time we beat them in the Premier League was 2011. Far too long. Great show, Pete. Much appreciated. Kebab is here. See everyone tomorrow on TDR. Yes, please. If you cannot get to the game tomorrow or you cannot watch it on your TV tomorrow, please do head over to review for the Match Delay with Paul and Billy as well. They'll always bring you some cracking commentary. So please do head on over to them again if you cannot make the game tomorrow, or if you can't watch it on the TV as well. So there you go. I'd rather win a cup and play Champions League than beat them, to be fair. Well, but it'd be nice to try and beat those again at some point. Last time we beat Sunderland in the Cup, our miss was only 5. God, there you are. But anyway, that is it. We'll wrap up the preview for tonight. So thank you to everyone that's coming tonight. Really, really enjoyed it. Some interesting points with the lineup, score predictions as well. And of course, their stance on Eddie Howe at the moment as well. Let's see what happens tomorrow. It's over to the lads to get it done. Eddie Howe's got to change it around. Otherwise, if it doesn't go well, there'll be more fans turning, is all I can say. So there you are. So since I'll be at the game tomorrow, it'll be pre-recorded videos. There'll be quick thoughts after the game, fan reactions as well. And then the next day, it'll be the match review and the player ratings. Well, we might have to do 2 shows in one day because also we've got Chelsea on Saturday as well. And we've got the crazy show on the Friday as well. So we might have to fit 2 shows on one day by the looks of it. So, but you will be notified when that is as well. So there you are. So tomorrow, quick thoughts, fan reactions, because I'll be at the game tomorrow as well. So excellent show. Good night, everyone. Take care. Cheers so much, Julie. Catch you all next time. You as well, Kaylee. Bye again. Welcome to the channel, Kezzy. I think it is your first time watching. Hope you have enjoyed. Bye, PD and Mall. This is Coffee. Great show, Pete. Cheers, Ian. Take care, everyone. Take care, everyone. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, please. I see huge scrap Newcastle versus Sunderland. Oh, bloody hell. Jesus wept. That's why. Just why. Yes, have a bit of banter, but when people do go over the top, Jesus wept. Immaturity. Great show, man. Cheers so much, Ian. Really appreciate it. Good night, everyone. Take care. Ciao for now, says Lee. There you are. Anyway, guys, remember, if you have enjoyed, hit that thumbs up. It's important we get those likes so people know where to find us. And please, of course, if you're completely brand new at the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what we bring out for you week in, week out, smash that subscribe button. Free to do so. It just help make the channel grow. Hit the bell as well. It lets you know whenever we are live or when a pre-recorded video is uploaded. Hit that bell to make sure all up to date with the content you do not want to miss at all for you to enjoy to watch that you do not want to miss. And again, if you want to give a donation to the channel, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's only 99p. If you are a member, you'll be included in the prize draws we do as well. So hopefully we'll have some of them. It's very, very soon. Possibly Friday, with it being the last show before Christmas. Hopefully we'll see. Hopefully we can do it though. So there you are. Anyway, guys, that is it again for tonight. And we'll see you again very, very shortly. Take care, everyone. Good night. Howe, the lads. Let's just hope we see something better tomorrow. Anyway, guys, take care. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And I'll see you again very, very soon.
Audio Jungle.